when Queen Camilla and King Charles fought. The royal family is no stranger to scandals and controversies, but perhaps one of the most dramatic episodes in their history was the fight between Queen Camilla and King Charles in 2027. The incident, which was caught on camera and leaked to the media, shocked the world and threatened to destabilize the monarchy. What caused the fight? According to sources close to the palace, the fight was triggered by a disagreement over the succession of Prince William and Prince Harry. Queen Camilla, who had been married to King Charles since 2005, wanted her husband to pass the crown directly to their son, Prince George, skipping over William and Harry. She argued that this would ensure the continuity of the royal line and avoid any potential conflicts or challenges from the brothers. King Charles, however, was reluctant to do so. He felt that it would be unfair and disrespectful to his sons, who had been loyal and supportive of him throughout his reign. He also feared that such a move would anger the public, who had grown fond of William and Harry and their families. He wanted to follow the traditional order of succession and let William inherit the throne after him. The fight erupted when Queen Camilla confronted King Charles in their private quarters and demanded that he sign a decree that would make George his heir. King Charles refused and tried to reason with her, but she became furious and accused him of being weak and indecisive. She also insulted his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who had died in 2025, saying that she was a better queen than he was a king. King Charles lost his temper and shouted back at her, calling her a scheming witch who only cared about her own ambitions. He also brought up her past affair with him when he was still married to Princess Diana, who had died in 1997, saying that she had ruined his marriage and his reputation. He then slapped her across the face, causing her to fall to the floor. The fight was witnessed by several staff members who were nearby, and one of them secretly recorded it on their phone. The video was later sold to a tabloid newspaper, which published it online and sparked a global sensation. What were the consequences of the fight? The fight had serious repercussions for both Queen Camilla and King Charles. They were widely condemned by the public, who saw them as unfit to rule and unworthy of respect. They also faced criticism from other members of the royal family, who were appalled by their behavior and worried about the damage they had done to the institution. Queen Camilla was especially vilified by the media and the people, who blamed her for instigating the fight and for being greedy and manipulative. She was also accused of being unfaithful to King Charles, as rumors circulated that she had been having an affair with a younger man. She became isolated and depressed, and rarely appeared in public. King Charles was also humiliated by the scandal, but he received some sympathy from those who saw him as a victim of Queen Camilla's plots. He apologized for his actions and expressed his regret for hurting his wife and his sons. He also announced that he would not change the succession plan and that William would be his successor. However, his reputation was irreparably tarnished by the fight, and he lost much of his authority and influence as a monarch. He faced calls for his abdication from some politicians and activists, who argued that he had forfeited his right to rule by violating the dignity of his office. He also faced pressure from his sons, who urged him to step down for the sake of the family and the country. In 2028, King Charles decided to abdicate in favor of William, who became King William v. Queen Camilla also renounced her title and divorced King Charles, leaving him alone and broken-hearted. She moved to France with her lover, where she lived in obscurity until her death in 2032. The fight between Queen Camilla and King Charles was a tragic event that marked the end of an era for the royal family. It exposed their flaws and weaknesses and undermined their credibility and legitimacy. It also showed how power can corrupt and destroy even the most noble and revered figures.